hold on, it fell. I don't know what just happened. Sorry about that, everybody. Stop. Okay, my tripod's being weird. We've got it though. There we go. It is best for you, whatever you have on hand, all the things. Okay, so I've got these ready to go. This was all I had to do to them, and now I'm gonna pop them into the oven. So hold on one second. All right, that was pretty simple. That was like less than 30 seconds worth of work to get dinner in the oven, right? Love that. And if it was cooking spray, it would go even faster. I chose olive oil and a brush. You do you. Okay, so now I need to set a timer. Alexa, set a 10-minute timer. This one, it wants me to turn them halfway through cooking. It's doing it. It wants me to turn them halfway through cooking so they get crispy on all sides. So we're for sure gonna do that. So anyway, again, say hello when you hop on. Let me know where you're joining me from. Now, the sides come along with our recipes, right? And so these cheesy chicken taquitos, the recommended sides for that are Mexican corn and salad. Now, I already had some corn on hand, so I just grabbed the corn from my freezer. It is not Mexican corn, but it is corn, and we're gonna just zhuzh it a little bit. Hello in Indiana, hello in New York, hello in Central California. Oh, if I didn't mention, I'm in Arizona. It's so fun that everyone's from all the different places. So now normally I would just stick this in the microwave. But because I'm over here hanging out with you and I don't wanna, my microwave is over behind you, but my stove is right there. So I'm just gonna stick this on the stove because it doesn't matter. All right, now it called for Mexican corn, right? But you could totally just use regular sweet corn if you wanted. If you want to use canned corn, if you're like, we don't like corn, don't use corn. Slice up an avocado. Do what makes you happy. But I'm just gonna zhuzh my corn up a little bit. I got this seasoning packet trial thing, and I used it in a recipe before and it was really good. So I'm just gonna throw some of that in my corn and a little bit of vegan butter here. This is not a vegan recipe, but we do have a dairy sensitivity in this house, so I use some vegan when it comes to the dairy items. So we'll talk about that in a minute too. So anyway, I'm just gonna stick this on the stove, put it on low. My corn will be good and ready to go when we're ready for it. That's it. That's it, I have cooked. Isn't that insane? Because I took a little time to prep earlier in the week, right? You take 1 hour once a week and you have no cleanup and no work to do during the week. Please note, I don't have a cutting board and a knife that I have to clean up. Here's what I have to clean up. I'm gonna use the spoon for my corn. I have the brush. If you used a cooking spray, you don't even have that. I just have the container that I stored them in when I prepped. That's it. So easy. Hello in South Carolina. Thanks so much for hopping on and joining me. So please ask any questions that you have about 5 Dinners 1 Hour. I would love to chat with you while this is cooking. You guys can see how simple it is. And in the meantime, I'll start telling you some things. But we were talking about how cooking for food allergies and sensitivities, right? Or if there's just something you prefer not to. So here's the thing, with 5 Dinners 1 Hour, it generates a grocery list for you, right? And it's fully customizable. So the grocery list, it's gonna adjust based on your serving size. All of our servings are gonna default to a serving size of 6. I'm a family of 3. I often change mine to a serving size of 3. And there was a video that went up that I saw yesterday that showed the changes in serving sizes and how it just instantly adjusts your grocery list for you. So you have exactly what you need and you're not wasting stuff, which I love. But here's the cool thing, when it comes to food sensitivities and allergies and things like that, you know the brands you love and trust. So for us, for the family that's eating the standard flour tortillas, I went with the standard flour tortillas, but for the family that's eating the gluten-free, we like these Siete brand cassava tortillas. So I just made 1 portion in these tortillas and 2 portions in these tortillas. These are things I would always have on hand anyway, right? I didn't need to buy tortillas this week, but generally these are things I would just have on hand. So you're able to adjust it. Now these are cheesy chicken taquitos, and if you were paying attention earlier, you noticed that I mentioned that we have a dairy sensitivity in this house too. So what I did was, instead of mixing the cheese into the filling, and it's the person with the gluten-free is also dairy-free. So I filled those 2 gluten-free ones, rolled those up, got them out of the way without the dairy, or you could use a dairy substitute cheese. We just prefer to skip the cheese sometimes because we're not big vegan cheese people. But like, you do what you like. You have the brands you know and you trust and you love. And then we added the cheese to the rest of the mixture and put it in these. So it was perfect. It was easy. There's no difference. And if you're dealing with food issues and sensitivities and allergies and conditions that you can't have certain things in your house, you're already doing this. You do it without thinking. And so it's just easy to do it along with the prepped meals. So anyway, so I've got my cheesy chicken taquitos. Again, my name is Tracie. I've been a member of 5 Dinners in 1 Hour for about 7 years. This food prep has been life-changing for my family. Life-changing. Because, like, all right, has anyone else been stuck on a rotation where it's like, we have burrito night, and we have spaghetti night, and we have chicken night, and we have burger night, and then repeat? Like, we were there. It was the same things over and over and over again. It was like a week to 10 days of recipes, and then we'd switch it again. And so, to be honest, it's been so great because there's such a variety. Do I have samples of a week? So you get to pick, well, you can do a made for you menu, right? Where it's like set out, this is what you have for a week. Or you can choose your recipes, which is what I do. On last week's menu, we had, salmon and garlic chili rubbed salmon one night with vegetables with broccoli. We had a chicken and broccoli satay. We had, I'm gonna say the title wrong, but Sloppy Joe stuffed baked potatoes, fantastic. There's a real variety, right? There's Italian-inspired dishes, there's Asian-inspired dishes, there's Tex-Mex inspired dishes, there's all of the different things, right? Your son said he's so happy with the recent variety. Yay! Yeah, we love that. That's so exciting because just mixing it up and changing things. Also, super, super good for picky eaters because, again, my kid does not like green beans. So for recipe calls, all of the sides are included with your recipes. So for recipe calls for a side of green beans, I'm gonna do broccoli or I'm gonna do asparagus because green beans, they don't fly here. I love them, but my daughter doesn't like them. And I'm like, it's not a hill I'm willing to die on right now. So how do you order? So you go ahead and 5dinnersOneHour.com or the link in the bio. Make sure you guys are following us on TikTok. Make sure you're subscribed, following all the things so that you can see the stuff that we're posting. I'm gonna give this a little stir because I can hear it back here. Okay. Make sure that you're following us because we post videos all the time. We post helpful tips and tricks for how to use the program. We post helpful kitchen tips. We post, what else are they posting? They're posting like time lapses so you can see people prep their 5 meals. There are people live throughout the week, every week, showing you how they do it in real time. It's a great channel, place, space, page, whatever we're calling it. It's a good one. So you should definitely do that. Also, share us with your friend. Share us with friends. If you have a friend that you know is like, ugh, I have to feed these people again. Share us with them because like we all get in a rut, right? We all get tired of doing the same things over and over again or just not finding the time for it or like, okay, I told you about this grocery list, right? When was the last time you had something in the back of your fridge that just kind of went bad, right? You had all the good intentions, like, and sometimes it's a meat and that makes you just really sad, right? Because you're like, I had all the good intentions of making that roast and I didn't have a plan, so I didn't get to it. And then you ended up throwing out a $25 piece of meat, right? It's crazy. So we're trying to save you from waste, save you from all of those things. Like nobody wants to waste food or waste money, right? So anyway, so these cheesy chicken taquitos that we have in the oven right now that I'm gonna be flipping here in just a few seconds, hold on. I'm gonna flip them over in just a few seconds, but they were a 5-ingredient recipe, so you're not having a ton of strange ingredients, right? It's pretty common stuff that you probably have on hand. You may need to pick up a new spice here or there depending on the things that you pick, but that's it. It's stuff you have on hand, and it's really, really simple. Really simple. So are you ready for the instructions? I told you it was a 5-ingredient recipe. One of those ingredients was the tortilla. So to assemble this, my first step was mix first 4 ingredients in a bowl. Okay, it actually says in a large bowl, so I even know what size of bowl I need. Spread mixture onto tortillas, roll up the tortilla to form the taquito, and place seam side down. Alexa, stop the timer. Okay, let me flip these. I'm gonna just pull them out so you can see it really fast. We'll flip them and then we'll get them going again. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing here. Ooh, they are crisping up. Look at that. They're crisping up. Everything's getting ooey gooey and melty inside. And I want to carefully flip them over. Ooh, come on now. I don't want you touching. Get you guys flipped. Oh, no, don't come undone. Flip over. Okay. All right, now I'm going to put them back in the oven. That's it, that's all I had to do. Alexa, set a 10-minute timer. Okay, so.
Starting now.
So anyway, super quick, super easy. It's not a lot of work. So yeah, that was all I had to do to get them ready. And then I put them on the pan, I brushed them with the oil, or you could use cooking spray, and I stuck them in the oven. And this one has you flip it halfway through so it gets good and crispy, but on both sides, but that's it. Most things you put in and can totally forget, because then you have this 20 minutes or 40 minutes, depending on what it is that you're baking, right? Or it's been in your slow cooker all day, or you're just popping it on the grill, like whatever it is you're doing. You have that time back. There was someone who commented over on Instagram that said that, and she had just started using the program, and she said that she was able to excuse me, sorry about that. She said that she was able to put things in the oven and go spend an extra 25 minutes playing with her kids, because she didn't have to be in the kitchen chopping and cutting and doing all those things. So it's super wonderful to be able to have that time and have that time back. So let's talk money, right? This recipe, if I had had to purchase everything I needed for this recipe for 3 people, would have cost me $8.55. This is all incredibly budget conscious. So that's $2.85 a serving. I had some things that I had on hand that I didn't need to purchase, right? And 5 Dinners 1 Hour teaches us to shop our fridge or freezer and a pantry because we want to be able to use up those things, right? And use up what we have on hand. We don't want anything going to waste. So because I shopped my fridge, freezer, and pantry, I only had to spend $3.69. That's it, $3.69 for a meal for 3 people. So it cost me $1.23. So tell me that's not cheaper than the drive-thru, right? When was the last time you went out or ate out or went through a drive-thru? How many people did you get food for, and what did it cost you? We picked up Chick-fil-A not too long ago for 3 people. It was 2 meals and an entree, and it cost us $40. $40 for a drive-thru meal. I mean, it was delicious, we enjoyed it, but $40 for a drive-thru meal. I'm spending less than $4 on this meal. So things like that, it's nice because you're saving the money. Also, you're controlling your ingredients. You know what's in it. Panda Express on Monday night for 3 people for $45. $45 for 1 meal. I spend oftentimes less than $45 for all 5 of my meals, right? Using this program. How have I not mentioned this? If you're interested in 5 dinners, 1 hour, use code 10OFF, 10OFF. 10OFF will get you $10 off of your first quarterly subscription. So you have tons of meals to choose from, right? There are 60 meals available to you at all times in either the classic or the clean eating plan. Or if you get the combo, you have 120 available to you. Because you get 20 new recipes every month. You keep 3 months of recipes at a time. And so then like when May comes, our February recipes will fall off and we'll have March, April, May. But if you have any that you loved in there that you want to keep that were those March recipes, you just click the little heart and they stay with you, which is fantastic. You're a family of 7. Eating out is outrageous. I would imagine for you all to eat out, it costs $100 easy. Easy. Hi in Illinois. Hello in Toronto. So yeah, definitely. It's a huge save of time, a huge save of money, and your kitchen stays clean. Because I showed you, this is all I have to clean. And I'll have to clean my pan. But that's it. That's it. I don't have measuring cups, I don't have measuring spoons, I don't have a mixing bowl, I don't have a cutting board and a knife, because I already did all of that. And I used it all at the same time, so I had less of it to begin with anyway. I didn't have much to clean that first night. So all of our recipes are set to be able to be prepped in 10 minutes or less. So you prep 5 minutes and 10 minutes or less, and that leaves you an additional 10 minutes for prep and cleanup, getting everything out of the fridge and then cleaning everything up, and that's really all that it takes. Honestly, it takes less. Like I can easily do my 5 meals in half an hour now because I've been doing it for a long time. Does the program work for picky eaters? Your fiance doesn't like cooked veggies and food. Absolutely. Absolutely. You would just leave out anything that he doesn't want. Like I was talking about the salmon broccoli dish that I did. It wouldn't be in food, it would be on the side of the food. So it was, salmon and broccoli and onions and tomatoes on the side, and that all baked together. If he didn't like that, you just leave it off separately. If he was okay with it being on the side, that would be fine. Or if there's something that you didn't enjoy, like say you don't do bell peppers, then you would not put bell peppers in your meal. But super, super good. And I highly recommend joining our Facebook community group. And if you have questions like that about like how has this worked for you with picky eaters and stuff like that, because the group is really good about being like, this is my experience. Here are all the things. Here are the quick ways that I did things. Here were some of our favorites. So totally join us over there too. You did your first week of meals last week and it's super easy. Having the grocery list is a game changer, right? Grocery list that adjusts by your serving size so you have exactly the amounts that you need, so you're not gonna run out of anything or you're not gonna have a ton of excess of anything. And that grocery list is divided by where you find things in the grocery store. So you're also saving money on shopping. Or you like grocery coming straight to your door, there's a button that you can press to sync it with Instacart and have it show up for you. It like 5 dinners 1 hour has made it so easy for us. So again, if you want to get started, use code 10OFF, 10OFF. Because who doesn't want to save 10 bucks? I want to save 10 bucks always on anything. So let me pull my corn off. Here's my corn. All right, now again, I would have just done this in the microwave under normal circumstances, but because I didn't want to leave you and the microwave is behind you, I put it on the stove. So there we go. Let me grab a towel to set it on. Boom. So it's going to be served with corn and salad. So I have cheesy chicken taquitos in the oven right now, and I'm going to be pulling those out very, very soon. All right, who else has started this program and wants to tell us about their experience? I would love to hear more of that. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Allison, for sharing. Allison, my brain totally broke right there. What was your favorite recipe that you've made so far? Off of your first week of meals. What did you like? Oh, your first dinner's tonight and the grocery shopping was so easy. Yay! You've been wanting to try high protein menu. Okay, so we have a classic and we have a clean eating. So if you're looking to be more like high protein, lower carb, whatnot, I would go with the clean eating. And you can always up your protein, you can always up your serving size, and you can always cut back on the veggies that you don't care to do. And oftentimes you'll see like cauliflower rice and stuff like that instead of regular rice on those recipes. So, oh, you loved the beef tips with asparagus, fantastic. Is there a gluten-free, dairy-free plan? Not specifically. However, if you probably weren't with me earlier, but let me show you. I made one portion gluten-free and dairy-free of what I'm about to pull out. These are the cheesy chicken taquitos. Because you're purchasing your groceries, you're getting the brands you know and trust. And in this house, we have, it's not an allergy, it is a sensitivity, so I can cook them on the same pan. That's fine for me, but if not, I would do it separately. But I've got my standard flour tortillas for the people that can have the standard flour tortillas, and I've got my favorite gluten-free tortillas. You buy the brands you know and trust, right? I used dairy-free, I used Earth Balance vegan butter in my corn. So if it calls for butter, you're using the vegan butter that you like. Or if it calls for a tortilla, you're using the gluten-free tortilla that you like. I like Siete tortillas, I like Sanjay for soy sauce, I like Char's for pizza crusts, Bonza for pasta. So like you're buying the brands you would buy anyway, and you're the one doing the grocery shopping, so you just pick up what you like and what works for you. If you like Daya for cheese, whatever your thing is, or Tofuti for sour cream, cream cheese, whatever. You just started last week and you absolutely loved it. Yay! Okay, what was your favorite? What was your favorite recipe? Did you notice that you got a bunch of time back during your week? Like it sometimes when you're just starting, it feels a little daunting the first time because it's new and you've never done it, but then you do it and you're like, damn, that was easy. And then throughout the week you keep going, damn, that was easy. It's really, really nice. Really nice. Surprised by the chicken barbecue chili, right? Alexa, stop the timer. Isn't it funny? There are so many recipes that I'm like, I didn't think I was, okay. All right, 5 dinners, 1 hour. That was amazing. All right, let's pull this out. All right. We have got our cheesy chicken taquitos. Yum! And we're just gonna go ahead and plate this up. So let me move things around a little bit here for a second. You loved how much more time you had and that the options to choose from any day of the week, right? Yeah, you're doing what works best for you. I generally prep on Sundays, but there was a season in my life where I prepped on Friday nights. It was good. Can you freeze the meal? It depends on what the meal is. But generally, most of the time, yeah. And they'll even tell you freezable. There will be there's like a little search, there's a search feature where you can search by ingredients that you want, or you can search by specific things. Like this was a 5 ingredient meal, so I can search by 5 ingredients. And it will say freezable. There's also a freezable option. Loved it for empty nesters because you didn't have a ton of leftovers that then get thrown away, right? You weren't having to eat leftovers for forever. Okay, so here we go. Cheesy chicken taquito. And you guys, these are generous servings. They really are. I mean, that is a lot because I'm not done yet. Are you ready? We're gonna have it with our Mexican corn, right? And whoops, gonna just knock things over, it's fine. We're gonna have it with salad, and honestly, this is leftover salad from Easter Sunday that we didn't dress it ahead of time. So I just put a paper towel in it to keep it fresh for a couple more days while we're finishing it off. Because again, didn't want to throw things out. And the person that made the salad left all of the leftovers with me. So there we go with our salad. Now, optional, there are optional items, right? Again, for picky eaters. Optional items are salsa, sour cream, and guacamole. You don't like any of those things, you don't add those things. You love those things, you add those things. I am gonna add salsa. This is a new jar of salsa. And yes, I really do always get salsa in that giant of a jar because we dig salsa around here. I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay. Jeez. All right, so I'm gonna just put some salsa on top of this. I'm actually gonna use salsa as my salad dressing as well because, you know, hey. Then just drizzle some over the top or have a cup of it if you want to dip. Look at that. Cheesy chicken taquitos. It's gonna be so good. And it is lunch ready to, or dinner, right? But hey, it's lunchtime around here right now. It's gonna be fantastic. That's on your list for next week, yay! All right, I'll answer a couple more questions. You're a big dipper for sure, so you would be dipping that taquito. Man, something is up with my tripod right now. It's being weird. Do we have Instagram? Yeah, we're on Instagram. Go ahead and follow us over there. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on all the socials. So follow us in all the places. They are posting things all the time. But yeah, check it out. It's amazing. Who else has any questions about 5 dinners, 1 hour? Who else, honestly, wants to try this meal? How good does that look? And you saw that it took me no time at all to do. No time, no effort, because honestly, if I wasn't hanging out chatting with you, I would have gone and started a load of laundry. I would have checked to see how homework was going. You know, I would have done any of those things. Right? Cheesy chicken taquitos. It is on our classic plan right now. It is a brand new April recipe, so it's super easy. It's going to be there, but use that code 10 off on, I salsaed my finger, 10 off, and it's going to be, you're going to save $10, 10 off, 10 OFF. You're prepping today for your second week. Okay, what's one of the things on your menu, Miss Mary Mac? Hey, lovely in London. Are you in London? In the UK. Hello, lovely in the UK in general. So good to see you. Anyway, good to see everybody. Let me know if you have any other questions because I will totally hang out and keep answering your questions. But be sure to check it out. Sometimes we even post full recipes over on our TikTok. Make sure you're following. Make sure you're sharing us with friends, right? Make sure when you join, because you're going to want to join, because you are not going to want to miss out on meals like this, which, by the way, I did gluten-free and dairy-free, and it still looks this good, right? And it's going to taste just as good. And then I have the others that are not gluten-free and dairy-free that are traditionally made. Honey garlic steak bites, so good. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. What is the best plan for fussy eaters? Oh, 100%. Well, honestly, you can adapt any of them, but I would start out with the classic plan because I think it generally kind of gets kids a feel for things. Also, if you have fussy eaters, have them help you pick your menu because if they pick it, and there are beautiful pictures up on the site, if they pick the menu, they're going to be more inclined to want to do it. Also, have them help you prep. I know a lot of people who have their kids in there helping them prep. Might take you a few more minutes, right, when you've got a 5-year-old helping you, but think of the life skills that they're learning, and they're excited, and then they're going to be want to eat it. Where do we post our recipes? Well, we post a couple of full recipes over on our TikTok, but our program is a subscription program, and it's 5dinners1hour.com. The link is in the bio, or go straight to the website, but it is fantastic, and you have so many recipes to choose from all the time. 60 recipes on the classic plan, 60 recipes on the clean eating plan at all times. Every month, some will rotate on, some will rotate off, and if you have the combo plan, you have 120 recipes, plus you also have 170 lunch recipes. So if you want help getting work lunches and school lunches, if you want to stop paying for those things and start doing things that are a little more cost effective, or you're more controlling of the ingredients, do that combo and you get those 170 cold, well, they say cold lunch, but some of them are cooked items. They're great lunch recipes. They're fantastic. And by Warma, they're cold when you serve them, but they're fantastic. Fluffy pizza cups. Trust me on this. There is not a kid or an adult on the planet that does not enjoy the fluffy pizza cups. So good. Oh, thank you so much. You love how the grocery list is all grouped together by how they would be in the store. Yes. Huge fan. Huge fan of that. All right, friends. Well, I think I'm gonna go and eat lunch because it smells really good and I'm starting to get kind of hungry. But if you have any other questions, please take a few minutes, go through our other videos, comment, whatever. They're really good about responding to comments over there and answering your questions. Sometimes they even respond in video, like all sorts of different things, so they might tag you in something that you're looking for. So spend a few minutes, I mean, because it's TikTok, nothing's very long. Spend a couple of minutes and get some stuff. All right, take care, thank you, bye.